Get ready for the dictation transcription number 209. Dictation will be start within 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, start. Mr. Deputy Chairman, I have moved an amendment, and while doing so, I have noted that the bill has been passed by the other house. I have got to make out a very good case for referring the bill to a select committee, as has been mentioned by the Honorable Minister and Honorable Member Sri Desai. The Forward Markets Regulation Act 1952 has been in operation for a number of years, and controls have been imposed on a number of commodities through a number of recognized associations. The powers that are now proposed to be vested in the Commission are very, very drastic, and it is for the House to decide whether such wide powers are at all necessary. The main ground on which these powers are sought to be taken, for which the Act is to be amended, is to curb speculation. No one will object to this laudable object that mere speculation which forces prices up should be checked. Stop. But the question is whether that object can be served without the other factors which can control the price line. As you know, prices cannot be forced up merely by speculation. If the supply is more than the demand, or if the supply is sufficient, whatever may be the speculation, it may be possible within a few days to reduce the prices. But prices cannot go up beyond a reasonable limit. The powers that are now proposed to be given are very, very drastic in the Forward Contracts Regulation Act. Ready deliver contract is defined as a contract which provides for delivery of goods within 11 days. I do not know of good sensitivity of 11 days, but if somebody delivers the goods even within 12 days, only a day late, it becomes bad. Even by the mutual consent of the parties, also the 11 days cannot be extended even by a single hour, and the contract would become illegal. It cannot be performed. Similarly, a non transferable specific delivery contract is a contract where it cannot be transferred, but a transferable specific delivery contract is a contract which is not a non transferable specific contract, and it can be transferred from person to person. In the case of the transferable specific delivery contract. Also, the Commission wants to take power to limit the number of transfers. That is to say, a transferable contract also cannot be transferred if the Commission so directs. Similarly, a number of other powers have been taken by the Commission. If a bylaw is amended and if contracts have been entered into prior to the amendment of the bylaw and if the contracts are still outstanding and have not been fulfilled or performed, the new bylaw that will be framed by the association will be applicable to these contracts also. You cannot imagine a more drastic step where parties have already entered to certain contracts. Certain new additional conditions are imposed after they have entered into them and before there is time for those contracts to be completed or performed. Similarly, the Commission has also been given the power that they can close if somebody has violated some of the provisions, the contracts that the party has entered into. The commodities over which they exercise control are mostly commodities that are intended for export. For instance, jute and jute goods are manufactured mainly for export. The mills manufacture the goods and they sell them to the dealers, and the dealers generally sell them to the shippers and others. If a dealer has done something which is hit by any of the bylaws, the contract that he has entered into with the mills or some other dealer will be closed. What happens then to the shipper who has entered into a contract for supply to foreign markets? He cannot get the goods and therefore he has to get them from somewhere else at a very high price, and the result will be that our export trade will be affected very much. In this connection, I would mention that I have got here copies of telegrams sent by the Chambers of Commerce in the United States of America, the United Kingdom, and Australia, the countries which generally purchase these goods. They are very much apprehensive that the whole trade will be affected. Recently, an order was passed by the Forward Markets Commission directing that a certain amount, a very high amount, should be deposited in cash in respect of contracts called long positions by the purchasers. The amount is so heavy that very few persons can deposit it unless they are very big people. Also, they fix up the price of jute at a certain amount. The result is that the price of jute in Bangladesh, where it is produced much more than in India, is about rupees 10 more than the price in India. And as a result, the extraordinary phenomenon has happened this year that about 50,000 bales have been smuggled into Bangladesh from India. Stop.